Hello, story friends. Miz Lizzie from the Hedberg Public Library, bringing you yoga, story, play. I'm going to do some story stretches with you, and then I'll tell you a folk tale, and finally I'll end with some ideas for some creative play with that story at home. So let's get started. First, you need to find a place on the floor with room around you so you're not going to bump into anybody or anything. Plant your feet on the ground. Let them root down, make you strong and tall. Roll your shoulders up towards your ears and then back towards your back like wings and then down again. And then let's take a great big breath as we bring our arms up around our head. So inhale, great big breath. All the way up, hands touching, palms together. Exhale, breathe out as you bring it back down. Let's do that one more time to center ourselves. Big breath in. And breathe out. Nice job. We're going to be a mountain now. So feet still planted strong. Reach your hands up as tall as you can. In fact, get up on those tippy toes. Get as very tall as you can. As tall, tall, tall as you can. Tickle the clouds with your fingers. You're so tall. Tickle the clouds. And let's bring the rain down. Bend at your waist onto your hips all the way down to the ground. Come up halfway. Let's look around. Is it still raining? I think it's time for the sun. Let's go down and inhale. Breathe in all that sunshine. Bring your fingertips up to meet at the top as a big red shining sun. Bring it down. Well, all that rain and all that sun makes the green things outside happy. Green things like trees. So let's try being a tree. Get your feet planted again on the ground. And once you feel really strong and rooted, put all of your weight on one leg. And then your other leg, you can still have the toe on the ground if you need it for balance. If you have a wall next to you, that can help with balance. For a good climbing branch, you can rest it against your calf, or you can bring it up higher if you want a taller tree, a bigger, higher up climbing branch. And then bring your branches in. See if you can keep your balance. You might be blowing in the wind. You might have crazy branches. When you're ready, bring that branch down, the climbing branch down, and let's try it on the other side. Sometimes we have different kinds of trees, depending which leg we use. So try your other leg down, rooting down. Make sure you're nice and rooted there first. Decide where your climbing branch is going to be, low to the ground or a little higher. And then let's bring our top branches up. And again, you can play with those branches. You can be all sorts of crazy branches. Or you can just hold in one spot. Again, if you are a little tipsy, you can be near a wall. Have a wall help support you. And let's bring our trees back down to the ground. Now, the story I'm going to tell you today has two creatures in it. So I'm going to show you two yoga poses or story stretches that you could act out those characters with. This first one, let's see if you know what animal this might be. I'm going to bring this down so you can see. We're going to spread our legs wider apart. Hinge at the hips there. Down. Clasp your hands together and swing. What animal do you think this might be? If you guessed elephant, you are right. So that's a good one to do as a stretch. You can reach up and then bend down. Bring your hands together like a trunk. Swing the trunk back and forth. You can even go farther down if you really want to bring the trunk down to the ground. Or just halfway. Now this next one is probably going to be hard to guess what creature it is. The position, the yoga pose is usually called for this story stretch, legs up the wall, and that pretty much explains it. So you want to get really cozy, close to a wall, sideways, and then you're going to swing yourself around as you bring your legs up like this and rest your legs on the wall. This is a great position if you're anxious or bored or just need a new perspective on things, because it turns yourself around. Curl over to the side, roll over to the side, and bring yourself up. Come to crisscross applesauce on the floor or chair. Find yourself a comfortable place to sit. Did you guess what that creature was? Well, I'm not going to tell you. See if you can guess which one it was or is in this story, okay? I'm trying to find the camera here just right so you can see me with this story. Here we go. This is a folk tale. One day, Elephant was out walking when he came across something he had never seen before. It was Hummingbird. Well, now he had seen Hummingbird before, but she was usually flitting this way and that, up and down, never being still, always moving, but not today. Today she was very still. In fact, she was on the ground, lying on her back, with her feet sticking straight up in the air. Oh, Hummingbird, watch where you're going, Elephant. Can't you see I'm working here? But you looked a little, I thought maybe, how are you, Hummingbird? I'm just fine, Elephant, but I am working hard here. Didn't you hear the news? Well, I don't really keep up with the news. Oh, Elephant, you really should pay attention. They said today on the news that today the sky is going to fall. And so I am here helping to keep it up there. Hummingbird, I don't know if you've noticed, you're kind of tiny. And the sky is ginormous. You really think you are going to be able to hold up the sky? Well, of course not. Not all by myself. But you know, we must each do as we are each able to do. And this is what I can do. I see. All right. An elephant sat down on the ground, rolled himself onto his back, put all 4 feet, his trunk, and even his ears straight up in the air to do what he could do. Did you guess which character is legs up the wall? Yeah, that's Hummingbird, not the normal position you would think about for a hummingbird. But for this story, that's a great story stretch to play around with. So that's my suggestion for you playing with this story. is to do some of those story stretches. Do elephant, and on the ground, putting your feet straight up in the air like hummingbird, and think like those characters. What are they thinking? What are they doing? You could make up some more stories about them too that way. Another thing you can do with this story, because this is a story about helping out, doing what you are able to do to help out yourself and your family and community. So think about maybe there's some ways that you could help out. Maybe you could set the table or wash the dishes. Or maybe for your community, you could paint kindness rocks and then place them around your neighborhood for other people to find. Or maybe you've already done this, put hearts in your windows for people to see as they walk by. Think about what you can do for your family, for your community, for your friends, and follow along with Hummingbird and her friend, Elephant. Have some fun, and I'll see you next time.